I have 3 brothers. My 2 oldest brothers is Andre Golson and Armand Golson, and I have a younger brother named Devin King. My brother Armand, we're 3 years apart. He's the one that I learned my right from wrongs from, and knowing what to do in life and know what not to do in life, and to pursue a goal and be someone special in life.
Running back was Desmond's initial calling. You know, he was compared oftentimes as a youngster to Barry Sanders. He broke 2,000 yards twice, his junior and senior seasons.
I was really heavily recruited as a running back, and that's things that I always wanted to do, was to play defense.
I just encouraged him not to do what I call chase the cheese, which means don't just take an offer from a school that wants you to be a running back ultimately and think you're going to convince those guys to play you in the secondary. This kid makes plays all over the field. He's what I call a press play guy. His tape speaks for itself. And then schools began to notice that, hey, this kid is a lockdown corner. September of his senior year was rough, you know. His brother was tragically killed, you know, going into, I think, our week 2 football game.
It was on September 18th, 2012. Armand was in the neighborhood where Desmond and the other 3 brothers grew up at, elementary, middle school area, with some of his friends. You know, I don't know what had happened. They split up, and my son was alone, and he was shot that night. He died on a Tuesday, and Desmond played that Friday.
The one thing that I know that would keep me focused was knowing that what he would want me to do, and he always inspired me to play football.
His record here in Michigan is 29 interceptions, and that day he broke the record. It was actually the week after we lost his brother.
I was hoping that somebody would recognize that I could be a defensive back in the Big Ten. That's one of my long dreams that I always wanted to do, was to be a Big Ten cornerback.
And when he got that Big Ten scholarship, I told him, I said, you go down there and you do what you've been doing here. And he's doing it.
Whenever I step on the field, I'm expecting to get a ball thrown my way. If you want to be the greatest player ever, and that's a goal that I want to be known as one of the greatest players that ever lead the University of Iowa, you have to make that play.
Over the middle, diving effort. Intercepted again. Desmond King.
Desmond King has been in the right position all year.
He's really just hit another level as a player. He's playing really at a high level right now. His anticipation, his knowledge, all those things that come from film study and from experience.
Intercepted! Desmond King!
That's why he's got the 8 interceptions, which at this point is extremely impressive. Puts him in pretty good company.
That's tying Niall Kinnick's record right now for a season.
It was like he ran the route for him for the big interception there. Could have sealed this win for his Hawkeyes.
Those interceptions has been at a critical time in a lot of games and has impacted games.
He just knows how to play, and that's not something you luck into. It's a credit to his hard work, his dedication. That's part of the reason we're playing better on defense right now.
I believe the 2 Wisconsin interceptions really played an important part this year in our season.
And it's intercepted. It's Desmond King and his 2nd interception of the game.
But that wow interception, that one amazing one, I would say the 88-yard touchdown in the Maryland game.
Intercepted! Right into the hands of Desmond King!
That play really showed that I could really get away from you.
The junior out of Detroit will take it to the house!
Desmond's done it in 9 games, which is really impressive, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't come up with a few more.
It's Iowa and the Minnesota Golden Gophers for Floyd of Rosedale. To say Kinnick Stadium is alive would be maybe the understatement of the year. The Hawks just came out of the tunnel to a thunderous roar from a sold-out crowd of better than 70,000.
they are fired up tonight. They're ready for a blackout victory.
Who better to play in a game in this atmosphere than Minnesota, your longest standing rival? Hawkeye defense needs to dig in. Here's Leitner rolling out to his right. Now wants to throw back to the left, has a man wide open. Touchdown Minnesota. Wow. An offense that has struggled all year has just shoved it right down the Hawks' gullet. The Hawks have a chance to get that touchdown back real quick. They're going to Daniels. Touchdown! Touchdown Iowa! LaShawn Daniels started a 98-yard drive. He just finished it.
How good is that young man?
The Hawks have the lead and will get the ball. This is a pop fly to the 5. King has a chance to return it. He's got a seam. He's got one guy to beat, the kicker. Gets to the outside, turns the corner. Out of bounds. Iowa in Minnesota territory to the 35-yard line. Now the Hawks try to punch it in. Touchdown! Touchdown Iowa! C.J. Beathard on the keeper. The Hawkeye lead is extended to double digits. But the Hawks will need to get one more first down to seal it. Hand off again to Daniels on the cutback. He may go! Touchdown! Touchdown Iowa! The Hawks are going to be 10-0 for the first time in the history of the program.